How's everybody? Happy Saturday. It's hot here in central Illinois and I hate it. Just do one thing real quick because I never really. Okay, it looks like it's live on YouTube like it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts and we are doing some vintage decor today. My lighting's really crappy. Fix that. Maybe that's better. Sorry. And some maybe some craft supplies or some finished goods. It kind of depends on where we get. I have about an hour and a half. I'm actually in a Facebook event at 2:30, so I need to stop at about 2 and let my brain shift. Hello, Taylor. How are you? Thanks for joining. I almost didn't do the show today either because I wasn't ready, and I never feel like I'm ready, so I have to get over that and just do it and do it scrappy. So I have some stuff loaded. I have some random polls. And obviously if there's anything anybody wants to see, just throw it in the chat. And we'll get started. There's some stuff in the Buy It Now, or at least there should be some stuff in the Buy It Now. I guess I should check that to be sure. Let me see. Is there stuff in the Buy It Now? There isn't. Shh. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. Can I select all these things? I thought I did all that. Hold on. Let me get the stuff in the Buy It Now too, because I am I have a little bit of a goal for myself. Now there's stuff in the Buy It Now. There we go. Like I said, I wasn't ready. But I'm trying to get to my first benchmark for myself, which is 50 sales. I'm at 39 right now. So I've got auction stuff and stuff in Buy It Now. And if there's anything you want to see in particular, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to start at the top and go from there. Let me do one thing real quick, make sure I have something loaded in here right. Oh, I guess, let me make sure. I don't think I have any pre-bids. I looked at that earlier. So if I'm missing a pre-bid, anybody let me know. Okay, so we're going to start at the top. I'm going to run these off my computer because doing it off my phone makes my phone shake and that makes me cranky. So we are going to start with this little mini elephant candle. Hello everybody, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Just got started here. I've got some preloaded stuff. We'll do some random pulls. I've got some stuff in the bin. And we are starting off with this little mini elephant candle. Super cute, perfect for a, what am I trying to say? Perfect for a printer's tray. Got this cute little flower on its butt. Go ahead and start this. Oh, yeah, no, we're not going to run it for that long. Let's go ahead and start this while I show it to you. It was, I believe, part of a set. So when I did a little Google Lens on it, it came in a set of 6, but this is the only one I found. I found this at a Goodwill bin, and I just couldn't leave it because it was super cute. So thank you for taking a look at him. And the next thing is this little mini teapot. A little too big for a printer's tray. Make sure that, there we go. A little too big for a printer's tray. And the lid is a little chippy. So I threw some flowers in there because I thought it would be cute just as a little vignette. I'm going to start that. I almost glued this to a like a candle holder, like a glass candle holder, or a one of those little birchwood circles that you can get from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I decided not to do that, but I have some things in my head that I see with this, so I might keep playing with it. So thank you for taking a look at that. How is everybody doing today? It is hotter than, well, I have explicit language turned on, so I can tell you it's hotter than hell here in central Illinois, and I'm not happy about it. It's going to be like this for a few days. We are under a heat advisory. So I've got fans turned on, and our AC is set as high as I will let it go, no matter how hot it gets. So I hope wherever you are, it's cooler where you are than it is where I am. So we're going to run these little mini spice jars. And again, I'm just kind of starting at the top. If you see something, let me know. I'll run a couple things and then I'll do some of my random pulls. The random pulls are from an estate sale I went to yesterday, which I'm kind of excited about. Some of the stuff I found. So I have these little mini spice jars. There's 5 of them, so I'm running them all together. And no matter what I do, I can't really not get it blurry so you can see them. They've got little gold labels on them. All the labels are really in good shape except for the paprika is lifting a little bit, which if somebody wanted, I could put a dab of glue on that. I just haven't. So you've got salt, pepper. Start running this while I'm talking. Salt, pepper, paprika, sesame, and scallion, which I find very interesting. But I thought those would look really cute in a printer's tray, or some type of little food vignette. I'm trying to see that in my head so that I could potentially turn it into something, but I haven't figured that out yet. So thanks for looking at those. I'll do one more little mini. So I got this in this bag and now I'm not sure I can get it out. So let me pull it up. It is this little mini fruit crate. Okay, just tear the bag. And again, it's one of those things, I found it at a Goodwill bin. Hello, thanks for joining. And just couldn't leave it behind. So it's got little wooden pieces of fruit in it. And it's just this little crate. I'm gonna go ahead and start running this. And it's got like the advertising on both sides in really good shape. This would look really cute on a printer's tray or in a vignette of some sort. Trying to figure out something to do with this and the spice jars together as a vignette, but again, I can't see it in my head, so, you know. All right. Thank you for looking at that. Okay, let me see. I don't have any, let me make sure, yeah. I didn't have any pre-vids, so I just wanted to be sure. So I'm going to go do some of my random pulls. So these were from a estate sale I went to yesterday. So these are kind of cool. And I thought they would be interesting in a printer's tray or a little vignette. So one is a little glass vial of litmus paper, and one is a little glass vial of potassium iodide starch paper. So you'll get, how did I list? You'll get your choice on this one. So we're going to go ahead and run this. I'm trying to figure out, the gentleman whose home it was made lamps and he made stained glass. And so I'm wondering if these had something to do with the stained glass process. I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of random. I don't know enough about stained glass to know if you would need litmus paper, or I'd never even heard of potassium iodine starch paper. So, okay, so thanks for looking at those. Hi, thanks for coming in. Let's see. We'll just keep going with this. So the next one. Okay, yeah, because it's still pinned. Never mind. Okay, the next one is this little, let's see, what is this called? These are, it's pewter. They're Cathedral Little Angels. I'm Catholic. You would think I would know what these are, but, or well, was Catholic. I don't know that I would call myself that anymore, but it's this little pewter angel. They have birthstones and the month on it. So this is for May. She is, let me start running this and I'll tell you how tall she is. If I can reach she's about just over 1.5 inches tall, not quite 1 3/4 inches tall. So thanks for looking at her. She's super cute. I wish I could find more of her. Hello, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in. I'm alternating between listed stuff and random polls. So if you see anything listed that you want, let me know. There's some stuff in the buy it now. All right. So this is from the estate sale that I went to yesterday. So like I said, this guy made lamps. So there was lamp shades and lamp stands and all of the component pieces. And so I think there were boxes and boxes of things like this. So I think these went over the housing for the light bulb and to give it like a decorative look, and then maybe the lampshade screwed into it. I'm not sure. So I grabbed a bunch of different sizes of these. I have 3 of these styles specifically. So that's running. So it's just this little, I mean, they're dirty, but nice and rusty crusty would look really cute in a vignette. You could actually use this as part of a candle holder. I think would look really cool. Hang them on a wall or on a fence, I think would look really cool. So yeah, so thanks for looking at those. Similarly is this piece. So this one is threaded. I don't know if you all can see that very well, but there's threading in there. So this for sure went over or on the housing for a lamp, for a light bulb in some fashion. And it's just this little intricate design. All of this stuff is dirty. I just got it yesterday, so I haven't even attempted to clean any of it up. But I like this sort of industrial, vintage industrial look, if that's what you call it. Thanks for looking at that. And then I've got 2. These, they aren't exactly the same. But there's this little bitty master lock, which I thought was kind of cool. Now, there's no key with this, so I don't know if you would be able to get it open. But it's not broken, it's just dirty. Again, I thought it would look kind of cool if industrial is your kind of thing. And then there's this one, which has the key. There's this one, has the key. It does actually work. there's a wire attached to it so as not to lose the key. It's not labeled. And I can't really see what that says. Oh no, it's a master lock. It says master lock here at the bottom. So there's that. Hello, thank you for joining. Hope everybody's doing okay on this Saturday. We were talking a few minutes ago about how hot it is. I know it's summer. But ugh. Okay, so let's see. The last two things here. So again, she's dirty, so I'll clean her up real good. But it's just this little, feels like porcelain to me. I don't think it's not heavy enough to be bone china. Just this little basket. Again, she's kind of dirty, so I'll clean her up a little bit. This would be cute in a printer's tray or with some florals in it. That'd actually be cute. So those are hibiscus. That would actually be cute like for Easter or something like that. So thank you for taking a look at her. And then last of the random pulls in kind of this category, size category, so to speak. So I found this in the same box as I found those litmus papers. It's just a little brass jar. On the top, it says immersion oil. Bausch & Lomb optical immersion oil. It opens, although very squeaky. So there was that. I thought it was kind of cool. That would look cute with some florals in it too. I'm talking longer than the auctions are running. Okay, so let's go back. Done those. So I'm gonna go back up to the top here. We did the elephant, we did that, we did that, we did that. Okay, let's look at this. So I have 6 of these. Take the floral out so you can see it. And this is a Falls Craft cup and saucer. It is the Snow Village pattern. That pattern came out in '93. These have never been used. They were my parents. And so my thinking, let me go ahead and start the auction on this. So my thinking on this is really cute for a vignette. Now I have 6, so I might have 8, but I haven't done through the box to confirm that. I know I have 6. So, they could be a full set. But my thinking is that they would be cute with like a little floral in there. So the floral is included in that. So thank you for looking at those. Hello, thanks for hopping in. How is everybody today? Hope you all are staying cool. It is officially summer in the Midwest. It's actually going to be cooler next week for the holiday weekend than it is this weekend, which I'm happy about, but still. All right, let's see. So let's do this. Another little cup and saucer kind of deal. So this is Noritake. The pattern, it's the Channing pattern. Came out, let me turn it around so you can see the pretty part. Came out in like the mid 80s. Again, these were never used. They were my parents. So I think they would be cute as a little vignette. You could also, if you have a ceramic drill bit, you could drill a hole in it and use them as planters. So you'll get the little florals with it too. I do have 8 of these. So I do actually have, a full set of those. Okay, now I got to figure out where to put things so I don't knock them off my desk. I want stuff I've run out of the way of stuff I haven't, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to put something back and turn and knock it onto the floor and break it. I got to figure out a little bit of a better setup here. Okay, so let's do this lamp. Most everything is loaded. I do have some random pulls as well, so I'm kind of alternating. If you see something you want me to run, let me know. And I've got some stuff in the Buy It Now as well. So this is a hobnail bubble glass lamp top. It is broken. The wire is in there, but the wire is cut and frayed. If you wanted to turn this into a usable lamp and no electrician, I'm sure you could do that. I don't know how to do that. This does actually turn, so that is still functional. I just like this hobnail bubble design. Thought it would look cool in a vignette, or laying in a basket, or on a shelf in a buffet or something like that. This is one of those things that ultimately might just stay mine because I like it. Who knows? I found that at the Goodwill bins. I thought that was really interesting too. My first experience at our Goodwill bins was very interesting in the things that I found. I was kind of surprised by. Okay, let me grab her. So this one disappointed me. I grabbed her at the Goodwill bins. This is Lefton. This is the February. Girl, I didn't notice when I grabbed her that one of the petals on the flower is missing. I might have bought her anyway. But when I first saw her, I thought she was in, let me start this, in like really perfect condition. And she's not. She's a little flawed, but that's okay. She's still cute. So she's running for $1. Somebody has a February birthday or collects Lefton. If I had noticed that piece was missing, I might have looked around to see if I could actually find it and glue her back together, but I didn't notice until I was getting ready to run her for the first time in a Whatnot show. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. I have a craft business, and I sell vintage decor and craft supplies on Whatnot. And so excited to be here with you today. I went to an estate sale yesterday, so some of what I have is from that. I do have a question for you all too in a minute, because there's something that I left at the estate sale that I'm contemplating going back and getting. Okay, so let's pin this doily. And so I have two of these. Okay, I'm getting, hold on one second. Okay. I'm getting a notification that I have a bad connection, so I'm checking to monitor that. And if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, up in the top right corner of your screen is a QR code, so you can come on over into Whatnot, so you can join in on the chat and bid on some things. So I have two little handkerchief doily kinds of things. I don't know if I have both listed. So this is the first one. It's 4x6. I honestly can't tell. I'm going to go ahead and start this. I honestly can't tell if this is stained or if this was the color of everything when it was made. I think it's the color because the color is consistent. There are no, it's wrinkled, but there are no tears or rips. There is a little bit of just aging stain around in there. But I think that's super cute. And then let me look to see if I have this other one listed. I apologize. I don't think I did. And my stuff's not loading. Why is the rest of my stuff not loading? Thank you, Whatnot. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this one again and show you the other one, so it's not what's in the picture, but that will make it easy. Just make it easier. So this is an embroidered handkerchief. That's fine. This is an embroidered handkerchief. Nice and white. No, little bit of a stain right there. You can't really see it. Let's go ahead and start this. Got these purple and white flowers embroidered on it. Nice little fold in half square would be really cute in a vignette or in a frame. I like to take these and frame them and turn them into wall art. They make really pretty wall art. All right. Thank you for looking at both of those. Hello, everybody. Thanks for hopping in. Okay, so let's go back to some random pulls. I already did those. Here we go. Let's see. Let's do the flower frogs. Let's do these first because they're right here. Excuse me. Let me see. Here they are. So I have 2 of these glass flower frogs. These are big boys. They're about 4.5 inches across, and they are very heavy. They are both in really good shape. This one is just super dirty, so I will clean it up. That's the one I got at the estate sale yesterday, and I have not had a chance to clean any of that. This one has been nice and cleaned up, but these are really cool. These make cool holders for like paintbrushes and stuff too, not just not just flower frog, not just actual flowers. Okay, so thank you for looking at those. I will put those back there. And okay, so this is these 3 things. All right. So let's see. If anybody sees anything listed that they would like me to run, let me know. I can do flash sales on some stuff in the Buy It Now. Okay, so I have a couple of random poll things that I found at the, my question. Okay, so at the, well, let me run this first and then I will ask you all. So this is, I actually think it's handled to a doorknob. Just this little brass flower design. It's got the kind of lock hole in it. So we're gonna go ahead and start that. Again, it's dirty. I'll clean it up a little bit, but little bit of patina on it. But it's in really good shape. The estate sale I was at yesterday, the homeowner, whose things they were selling, made lamps, and he also made stained glass. And there were 2 boxes of the stained glass pieces, and I almost grabbed them. I didn't. I would do some things with it from a crafting standpoint, but not all of it. So I would want to do something with the rest of it. I just didn't know if there would be a market for that on Whatnot. There's something in there. So you all tell me if, pieces of stained glass, no soldering around it or anything, just the glass itself, is something that you would be interested in. Because I can get back there in the morning. I'm guessing it probably hasn't sold. And grab those boxes if there would be a market for that. I just wasn't sure. Okay, So the other thing, I have 2 doorknobs. This is the first one. Just this old, I think this is metal. It's too heavy to be just wood. Nice, good patina, rusty, crusty. Would look cute just in a basket or laying on a buffet table or on a shelf. So that's the first one, and then this is the second one. So this is the. Sorry, I'm getting a poor connection message, so I hope that's not messing stuff up too bad. So this is just the white ceramic ones, kind of marble looking. Hey everybody, welcome in. So there's that one. All right, my hands are dirty because I haven't cleaned any of this stuff yet. All right, so let's go back up to, so I'm hopping back and forth between things I have listed and random polls. So if you see something in the listed items, I am at number 13, so I'm getting ready to run that Haviland Cup and Saucer. So if there's anything above that you would like to see, if you're just jumping in, let me know. I'll run it again. I'm happy to go back through the random poll stuff too that I have, so that's not a problem. So we are going to pin this. So I have this Haviland Cup and Saucer stamped on the bottom. It's a little dirty. I still need to clean it up. I keep forgetting. I could just pack it up after I'm done. It does have a little chip right there. This was another Goodwill bin find that kind of floored me, but sometimes people don't know what they have and other times they don't care. But my grandmother was very into antiques and china and kind of instilled that in me. So, all right, thank you for looking at that. She's something I'm going to put out of my way. She's going to get broken one of these times. Okay. Oh, that's where I am. Okay, so these little cookie cutters. So these are not really, these are not actually vintage. I know they're older though. These are Williams Sonoma. These little ball cookie cutters. So you get the tins a little beat up, but the cookie cutters themselves are actually in really good shape. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little fall patterns. Shows you on the lid what's all in there. There's a turkey, an apple, a maple leaf, an oak leaf, an acorn, and a pumpkin. So I think those will be a really cute. The tins or the cookie cutters will actually still be usable. They're in good shape. But I think that would make a really cute fall vignette. Hi everybody, welcome in. How are you? I hope it's cool where you are. It's hotter than Hades here in central Illinois. Grateful to not have to be doing anything outside today. I was actually going to go outside this morning and spray paint. I'm starting a fairy garden in the back corner of our backyard, and I have this big, huge metal arch that I bought, but I want to paint it. And I was going to go out this morning and paint and start to spray paint it. I'm like, not in this humidity. That paint will never dry. And so we've got this set of 10 measuring cups. Hello, welcome in. These are just like old camping equipment measuring cups. There's a half a cup and a full cup. I actually like perfectly still usable if you're a camper, but I thought they would look kind of cute, you know, string them together, hang them on a wall, or use them in a little vignette or something like that. Again, you could drill holes in them and use them for flower pots, things like that. All right, so thank you for looking at those. And let's see, do these insulators, and then I will hop to some more of the random pull stuff from yesterday. So I have two. Watch my time. Oh, I'm good. Okay. So I have two of these teal insulators. These are the Hemingways. They're a little dirty, but in good condition, no cracks or chips or anything like that I have been able to see as I sit here and talk and don't run the auction. So let me run this. I like these blue ones. I have saved on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody's selling a lot of like 18 of them, but they're all the clear glass. I might still end up buying it if he drops the price or if we can negotiate a price, but I like these teal blue ones. I think they're cool. And I like the little itty bitty ones. Okay, thank you for looking at those. And let's see, let me go to random polls. And again, if there's anything anybody wants me to run, let me know. Why is that? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside because I need to weigh that again because I think I have that in the wrong pile. Alright, I'm gonna pull all this stuff over. This is more stuff from the estate sale yesterday. Oh, those are heavy. Alright, so we'll do this one first. So let's see, this is 3, random pull 3. Random pull 3. Those are not listed in order either. There we go. Alright, so we have this. So these are actually separate pieces. I found this first and then went back through all the little glass lampshades to see if I could find something that would sit on it. So it doesn't fit. I don't know that it fits quite perfectly, but if you sit it on there right, you can get it to stay in place. So I just thought this was really cool. Would look neat on a buffet or a hutch. You could put some little florals around it for the holiday. This would make a really cool something for Halloween. You could have a lot of fun with this in a Halloween vignette or something like that. Hello. Thanks for joining. Okay, so thanks for looking at that one. And again, I'm going to put this out of my way before I knock it over and break it. All right. And then the next thing is this. I walked past this thing like 3 times. And then I decided to go back and grab it. It's about 5 inches tall. So a little too big for a printer's tray or anything like that. But you could, you know, stick some florals down in there. I thought this would be really cute for a little vignette or to sit in a bathroom, or on I don't know, in the kitchen, something like that. But I've never seen this kind of jug in this size. I've only seen the little bitty teeny tiny ones, or obviously the big full size ones. All right, so thank you for taking a look at that one. Let's see, let's do this. So this is, I am assuming this was a piece for a lamp. Again, the guy, the estate that was being sold at the estate sale yesterday was from a gentleman who made lamps for a living. So I think, because there's a hole in the bottom that I would assume would be for wiring. And then it's completely open up here, which might be for housing. This is brass. Dirty, good patina, really cool design. There were boxes of things like this. So I just kind of picked one at random. I was like, okay, I like that design the best, so we'll grab that. All right, thank you for looking at that. So doesn't seem like anybody would be particularly interested in the stained glass pieces, so that's good to know. They were selling it by the box, and I didn't actually ask them if they would sell it, just at pieces. So if I have a chance to go back tomorrow, I might ask, because I do think a couple of pieces would be interesting to do some crafting with. But so this is cool. If you have a barn or a shed or to use in a garage, I think it would look cool hanging on a wall in a kitchen. This is obviously sharp, so you want to be careful with that, but I just thought it was kind of neat. It looks to me like the things that you use to bale hay, right? But I don't have any idea if that's actually what it is or not. Okay, so there's that. Thank you for looking at that. Couple more pieces in this category. So this, I'm assuming this is the bottom of a lamp. I don't know. I just thought it was neat, but it's very flat on the bottom, so it sits flat. And the hole in here, I would assume for the pole, the lamp post or pole. And then I just thought the design was really cool. Can't really tell what it is metal wise. It's not brass. It's not heavy enough to be brass. So some really cool patina on there. I'll clean this up a little bit. Like I said, I just got all this yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to really do that, but I don't want to clean it up too much because I wouldn't want that patina to stay. So there's that piece. Okay, so then there's these two things, which are very cool. So these are, again, I think, so you have your lamp stand, and then I think you would have this, and then the housing for the light bulb, and then the light bulb down in it. That is my thinking. All of this stuff was just in boxes. Although there's no threads in this, and there are holes to screw it down. So I have two of these. I think they would look really cool just sitting in some sort of vignette. You could put a candle down in it. You could put some Spanish moss and some florals down in it. Some cool potential, I think, for Halloween. But I just thought they were neat. So, and then this one is all patinaed and everything like that. So I thought those were kind of cool. All right. Thank you for looking at those. Okay. So that is all. That is not all. Well, yeah, I have a couple more random poll things, but let me get through the stuff I have listed. Otherwise, I'll get lost in what I'm doing. So we did the insulators. Thank you for everybody for hopping in. I hope you all are doing well. I'm hopping back and forth between, preloaded stuff and just random polls. So if you see something listed that you want me to run again, please let me know. I'm happy to do that. Before I go, I can go back through all the random poll stuff as well. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, where am I? I am here. At these little decorative tins. I have two of these. Nothing special about these. There's no maker's mark on them. I did a Google Lens search on them when I first got them, excuse me, and I think mid to late 70s, something like that. They are actually winter themed, kind of Christmas themed. There's a package there. I think this is actually supposed to be snow on the ground. So I have 2 of these. Thank you for looking at those. I think my grandmother had some of these, to be perfectly honest. They looked very familiar to me when I saw them, which is why I grabbed them. And let's see, the next thing are these. Okay, so I have 2 of these plates. Reposition myself here. So these are not marked. So I can't really find out anything about them. They are signed. Kind of hard to see because it's very teeny tiny, but there is an artist signature right there. Let me pin these actually. There we go. But I think, as best I can tell from any kind of research, they're reproductions. They're not. I can't even do, like, if I do a search on the artist's name, I can't find anything, and a Google Lens search on the actual pattern doesn't bring me anything. So there is gold around the edges, but I don't think that's real. I think that's just gold paint. So I have 2 different designs. Sorry, I should have shown you all both. So I have this design, this pink and blue, and then this one. And that's a choice of. But then I have these, and I'll go ahead and run these next because we're just in that. Oh, well, they were next anyway. Huh. So I do have 2 stamped dessert plates, and from what I can tell, this one is J&C Bavaria, and the stamp indicates that this would have been made somewhere between the late 1890s to 1923. So that's this one. I'm going to run them. I'm just going to run them, and then you'll get your choice of one. So I want to show you both real quick. And then this one is UDO Bavaria. The pattern name is Favorite. And this one, based on the stamp, would have been produced somewhere between 1910 and 1930. So I am starting these at $10. And you'll get your choice. These are gold rimmed. No chips, no cracks, no call outs. Very clean. I found these at Goodwill bin, which just floored me. These are also artist signed. Well, this one's not, but this one is. Artist signatures right there. All right, so thank you for looking at those. Okay, so that's all my plates. Is that everything that I had? I do have a couple other random pulls that I didn't even. Oh, my library, the little other library books. What did I do with those? Oh, sorry, I gotta grab those. I'm sorry, I did not bring those over here. Baby Derek Henry. So if you are, watching on YouTube, I am trying to notice the comments. So hey everybody on YouTube, but I am looking at the Whatnot screen, so I apologize for missing people. And so I have, let's see, a handful of little leather library books. I'm going to run some of the common ones first. So I wasn't sure how to run these. And I have to pull out because I also have some that are, I have two that I don't have, like the covers and the books don't match. So I want to pull those out because I'm going to do those separately as well. Okay. Okay. So I have two rares. That's not what I'm running now. And I have 7 common. And I have multiple titles. So if you're looking, if you bid and are looking for a specific title, we can do that. But I have Uses of Great Men, Christ in Flanders, Lancelot and Elaine, A Message to Garcia, Moo, and then Dante's Inferno Volume 1 and 2. That ran fast. So I'm going to talk about these for a second more, and if anybody wants me to run them again, I will. So I am not a good judge yet of these on condition. This is a little torn up here, but the cover is still intact, and I think these edges were supposed to be bent down, and they've just sort of come up, right? The pages are actually in pretty good shape, but I also know these are like super old. So what is considered good condition for something this old? I'm still sort of figuring out. So I have 7 of these common titles, and then I have 2 rare titles. So we'll run these. Maybe if I can find it. Yes. Okay. So I have The Raven and Other Poems, and then Washington Irving's Old Christmas. Now this one's a little bit more beat up. The Raven is actually in better shape. I'm going to go ahead and start this. You will get your choice. But they are intact. You know, this is a little worn. It's not torn, which is interesting. It's just a little worn. I hate to open it too much. So I don't want to mess it up any more than it already is. It looks like these might have, I can't tell if there's water damage or if it's just aging, right? And then this copy of Old Christmas is a little beat up on the cover. Okay. Thank you for looking at those. I do also have, and I haven't figured out what I want to do with these. I'm not going to run them. I'm just going to show them to y'all and somebody can tell me. I don't even know if these would be worth running or if I should just do something with them, but I have 2 books with no covers and 2 covers with no books, and those don't match. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay, so those are the library books. And let's see. Okay, so that is everything that I had listed. If you're just joining, I am happy to run through things again. I do have a couple of things that I did not get listed, sort of random polls that I have not run yet. Where are those? Give me 1 second, because I have something sitting at my table that is not in my... I do have a couple of things. do have some things in the Buy It Now. I'm going to show you real quick just so you can see it. So I do have bags of ribbon if you're a crafter. I have bags of ribbon in the Buy It Now. I have one bag that is approximately 12 to 22 inches total of assorted ribbon. And then the other bag is approximately 17 to 31 inches of assorted ribbon. That doesn't make any sense. Give me a second. I'm like looking at that description and I'm like, what? So you've got strips, right? So there should be a number. That description is messed up. My apologies. Let me look at something real quick. And see. So each piece in this bag, so in the $4 bag, each piece is anywhere from 12 to 22 inches, but somewhere I've got how many pieces are in each bag, and now I don't remember what that is. So I apologize. If anybody wants more information on the ribbon, I can do that if we're going to flash sale on that. So if you're a crafter and looking for some ribbon, let me know. I have a lot. I have a lot. So I bought I didn't completely understand what I was getting. From a woman in our subdivision, she was selling it super cheap. The picture when she listed it was, she had a like shopping bag and she was holding a handful of ribbon and she was like, hey, anybody want this? I forget what she asked for. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. She's like, great, I'll leave it on the porch. My husband was going to go pick it up for me. I'm like, it's just a bag. And he's like, he gets to the house and he's like, it's not a bag. It's a plastic tub, like a huge plastic tub of ribbon. Her daughter had a ribbon, like banner thing hanging all around her room. So all this ribbon looped over twine. I got the whole thing and it's fine and I'm great and I'm happy about it, but it's taking me forever to like take it all apart. And it's way more ribbon than I'll even ever use based on what I've already got. So I'm like, who needs ribbon? I need to start just throwing it in every time I sell anything on Whatnot. I need to just like start throwing in a bag of ribbon. Okay, let me do a couple more of these random pull kinds of things. Let me get this and this. I'm going to have to weigh these things because I didn't do that. Well, this one I won't. This is, but I don't remember. Let me look at this real quick and see which, yeah, this should be right. If I mess it up, I'll eat it. It's mine. It's fine. Okay. So we've got this, just this little bitty glass jar. He's super cute. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. I am going through some random polls. If you see anything that you would like me to rerun, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to go through my random polls again as well. So I've just got this little glass jar with the lid running. That is not what I meant to run that for price-wise, but that's okay. So there's that. And then I think these Jello molds will actually be the same. Yeah. That shouldn't be. Let me see here. Ooh-wee. No, don't do that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. All right, so then I have, how many of these do I have? I have 3 of these old Jello molds. These are about almost 2 inches tall. And and about 2.5 inches wide. They're just those old tin Jello molds. If you have a metal drill bit, you could drill a hole in it and use that as a planter. Or you could just put some fake flowers in it and use it as a vignette. Sorry, my hands are dirty, so I've been touching all this stuff from the estate sale yesterday that I haven't cleaned yet. So I've got 3 of those. So thank you for taking a look at those. And then I have these. I need to weigh these again because I think I had them sitting in the wrong pile. Okay. Okay. I had these sitting in the wrong section, so I didn't run them earlier. So I got these yesterday also at the estate sale. So they're little measuring cups. So I have like these very lightweight tin, like more camping kinds of things. These are heavier. So I'm not sure what kind of metal they are. They're also marked on the bottom. Let me start running them. So you get all 3 for one money. There is a 1/4 of a cup, a 1/2 a cup, and no, 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 a cup, and 1/2 a cup. And they're marked on the bottom. Something accurate measure, something Chicago, Illinois. So I don't know what they were used for. I mean, camping maybe, or maybe just like an outdoor stove. But I thought they were kind of cute. So there's that. Ooh, air plants would look cute in those. Let's see. What else have we got? Got this. I should have moved my scale over here. 3. Yeah, let's. Okay. So I've got this little salt and 3 holes. Does that mean it's a salt shaker or pepper shaker? I only have this one. I don't have a match to it. Got this cute little floral design, green on the top. No maker's mark or anything. I don't think there's anything still in it. Nope, nothing's still in it. Just kind of cute little thing. Okay, so thank you for looking at that. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. And then this was actually left over. I did a jewelry sale, which I'll have another one come in soon because I have I tend to buy crafters lots of jewelry from Hodge, if you all follow Hodgepodge Place. So I have like 5 pound bags of jewelry that I bought from her to go through. I've started to go through some of it, and a lot of it's wearable and definitely craftable. So I need to get through all that so I can do it in a sale. But I had a jewelry sale a while back, and this was left over. I don't even think I put it in the sale. These are not real, but they are, what's the brand? Marbella, and they are old. These are at least 50 years old, if not older than that, because I've had them for like 30 years, and I got them from a woman when she passed away, and she had had them forever. So they are fake, but they are definitely vintage. Okay, let's see. I have tons of giveaways loaded, and I did not run a single one. I just got going. Okay, so let's run a giveaway real quick at least. So let's do a paper ephemera giveaway. I'm so sorry. I love doing giveaways. I love winning giveaways and shows, so I love running giveaways. Um, so while we're letting the giveaway run, I am just going to show on the screen some of my random poll stuff. And if there's something that you want me to run, you weren't here when I ran it, then you can let me know. And we'll let this giveaway run. Let's see here. Let me get back to auction. I want to unpin this thing because it looks like I'm getting ready to run something and I'm really not. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so we've got, let's see, so we've got little other library books, but those are listed, so if you want me to run those, I can. So a couple of random poll things. I've got this, I think is a lamp base, is kind of what I'm thinking. It's very flat. There's no threading in here, so I think this would sit on the surface. The lamp piece would sit in here, and then, you know, so on and so forth. But it's got a really cool design, some nice patina. So I have that. This is a door handle, the brass door handle. Also really cool. There's something in there. I have no idea what would be in there and why it wouldn't fall out of the hole, but okay. So just this old brass design. Again, it's got, you know, got some patina on there. It's kind of cool. I got two other door handles. So there's this one. This is metal, not wood. It's definitely heavy. And then this one, it's this old sort of marble looking, very dirty for sure, but nice rusty, crusty, vintage decor. And then we've got a couple of these pieces that are lamp parts. So I think this would sit on top, or this would hold the housing for a light bulb. So you would have your lamp base. This would sit on the base. This is threaded, so then the housing for the light bulb would screw into that. And then, you know, you would have your shade and all that kind of stuff. Hi everybody who's just joining. Came to the end and realized I didn't run a giveaway, so I have a ton of them loaded. So I'm running a giveaway. I'm just kind of walking through some of the random poll stuff that I did earlier. So if you see something that you would like me to run, let me know. There's also stuff listed, so you're welcome to look through the auction tab and see if there's anything else you would like me to run. So there's this piece, and then a couple other similar kinds of pieces. I think I have 3 of these. They're all shaped like this, and, you know, just in various states of rusty crusty. So I've got 3 of those kind of flower looking pieces. And then these were the ones that I really, really liked. They're heavy. I have 2 of these. So they, you know, look like this if they're just sitting flat. But again, I think these would go on top of the lamp base and then hold the housing for the light bulb. Just to give it, I could be completely wrong about that. I'm making that up for sure. But just to give it some design. And then this one's really nice and dark and vintagey. So both of those pieces. And then I have this little I think this is porcelain. Little hibiscus on it. No chips or cracks. She's just kind of dirty. So I had that. And let's see, what else was a random pull? Oh, this. I think this is a lamp base, like a small table lamp base. Not sure, but it's got the hole that I would think would be for like the cords, and then this is open, so maybe to hold housing or sit on a flat base or something like that. But I just thought it was a cool design. Almost looks like a little sunburst. Got 3 of these little tin Jello molds. And then this. Okay, so I think this is a hay baler. Like an old hay. So like 2 of these, pick up hay, throw it. Again, I'm making that up. I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea why a guy living in the middle of Springfield, Illinois would have one of these. Because he was not a farmer, but I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it would look cool hanging on a wall in a kitchen or in a barn or in a shed or something like that. So I snagged it. No idea. No clue. Okay. So, oh, and then this was one of the other random pull items. Just this little, it's this little brown jug. Okay. Oh, and then her. This was the last one. Okay, this is it, I swear. Just this little pewter angel. She says, it says May right down there. It's got birthstones and then stones to represent the flowers. This is, they're called Cathedral Little Angels. So I have that. That was a random pull because I didn't have her listed. So. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you everybody for joining today. I will be back. Probably won't be back again until the 4th because I'm out of town some next week. I'm going to have tons of paper ephemera, my guess is, when I get back from the 4th next weekend. I am going to Kentucky with my mom to get a bunch of stuff back from an estate sale company. Long story, I'll tell it when I'm selling stuff, I guess. And I know that there's just going to be a ton of paper ephemera and all that. Hard telling what else. So if you are a paper ephemera person, make sure to come back because I'm gonna have stuff for you. All right, let's see. Who we can go raid into. Yellow hearts in the chat for the raid. Let's find a new seller. Let's go raid. Let's go raid the Picking Gypsy. So again, yellow hearts in the chat for the raid, and you all have a great day. Bye.